And welcome into our fourth and final contest of the night here on the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. I'm Lewis Maddox, and we appreciate you tuning in for the call, and thank you to all the businesses that help support the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. Final matchup of the night is Lebanon and Johnson City. Johnson City designated as the away team, Lebanon the home team. In this loser's bracket game here between these two 9- and 10-year-old all-star teams. So Johnson City being the away team, they'll be up to bat first. It'll be Harry Stutphin Jr. Or just Harry Stutphin, no junior. He's playing shortstop. He'll lead off for Johnson City. On the mound for Lebanon is number 7, Nolan Kemp. The first pitch he throws is a strike right down the middle. It's an 0-1 count for Stutphin. This one put into play, shot out towards right field, and will get down for a knock. Stutphin rounds around first base and will stop there. First man is on for Johnson City here in the top of the first inning. This game between Johnson City and Lebanon. Up next comes the catcher, Graham Hendricks, wearing number 13 today for Johnson City. First pitch to him is down low for ball 1. The rest of the Johnson City lineup goes Beckham Curley at third base, Mason Bullock's the pitcher, Benja Andes at first base, Tobiah Edwards at second, Shamar Hendricks, an extra hitter on the roster, Juju Bowling in center field, Harrison Ripley in left, and Silas Gouge in right field. Up now is Graham Hendricks. He has a 2-0 count. One on for Johnson City. No outs here in the top of the first inning. Kemp's pitch put into play right back towards Kemp. They're going to try and turn two. They get the out at second base, and the throw over to first is not in time. That was a tie goes to the runner situation if I've ever seen one right there. Graham Hendricks safe at first. They get Stutphin out at second base. And there's now one away here in the top of the first inning. Here's Beckham Curley. Pops one up high and out of play down the first base line. 0-1 the count to Curley. Playing at third base today for Johnson City. Gets one that he likes and shoves it out into left field. It goes off of the arm of the left fielder for Lebanon. Hendricks gets around to third base, and Curley gets around to second. Malachi Hancock in left field took that ball off of the forearm, the inner part of his forearm, and got it back in, but is obviously in some pain. Our coach is going to come out to make sure he's okay. Still one away now. Runners on second and third base, both in scoring position for Johnson City. Looks like Hancock's okay. He'll continue in left field. So Hendricks is on third. Curley's on second. And Mason Bullock is the man up to the plate now. Wearing number 7 and starting on the mound tonight for Johnson City. First pitch to him from Kemp goes inside. It's a 1-0 count. Another pitch from Kemp goes down low. Scrambling to find the ball there was Wyatt Johnson. who did before Graham Hendricks got an idea to come home and score. Bullock swings through for a strike. Pops this one up foul and remains in the field of play. Bounces off the top of the net. The second strike on Mason Bullock. This one is turned on and driven in foul territory out into left field. Bullock stays alive with 2 strikes. It's going to be a dribbler down the third base line. It'll stay fair. They'll try and go to first, and they don't get that out there. So Hendricks comes in and scores the first run of the ball game, and Bullock beats out the throw from Nolan Kemp. It's 1-0 Johnson City on top of Lebanon with 1 away here in the top of the first. Runners now on the corners for Johnson City. Now time has been called by Lebanon. Time has been broken. Runners on the corners, and here is Benja Andes, the first baseman, wearing number 8. Pitch comes inside. Counts 1-0. Still just 1 away here in the top of the first inning. Runners on the corners for Johnson City. Pitch comes in a little high. Now a 2-0 count as Mason Bullock advances to second base. This one pops straight up and back out of play. Two 2-1 is the count. Time asked for by Mason Bullock to retie his cleat. Andes comes back up, 2-1 count. Pitch goes down low. Curley thought about making a break for home. Decided against it. Count now 3-1. Strike called, and the count runs full. Now 3-2 to Benja Andes. Payoff pitch from Nolan Kemp goes inside, ball 4. And the bases load up for Johnson City with only 1 away. Up next is the second baseman for Johnson City, Tobiah Edwards. First pitch from Kemp, turned on and sent fair down the first base line and into right field. One run comes in and scores. It's now 2-0 Johnson City here in the top of the first inning, and the bases remain loaded with only one away. Here's Shamar Hendricks, extra hitter in the lineup today. An inside corner strike one to Hendricks. Put into play by Hendricks, back towards Kemp, and Kemp will go home smartly. Force out on Bullock at home. Get the lead runner. Now 2 away in the top of the first inning. It remains 2-0. And the bases remain loaded. Now comes the center fielder, Juju Bowling. This one's popped up straight in the air. Shallow center field, and the grab is made by Landers. For out number 3, that retires the side. Johnson City up 2-0 over Lebanon as we head to the bottom of the first inning. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Network.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We are here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas.
Hi, I'm Matt Perales, manager of Murray County Equipment. We help you with all your agriculture and construction equipment needs. We carry a full line of New Holland tractors from compacts to high horsepower. We have a full line of Gravely mowing equipment. We also have New Holland construction equipment, attachments, and accessories for your tractors and a complete parts department. We are locally owned and operated. Come see us at 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard or learn about us on Facebook or contact us at 931-490-8183.
Back in Spring Hill, Tennessee, the site of the 9 and 10-year-old Little League State Tournament. Lewis Maddox on the call for the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. We're here in the bottom of the first inning. Johnson City with a 2-0 lead. They took in the top of the first. Mason Bullock will be on the mound for Johnson City, and starting things off for Lebanon at the plate is Wyatt Johnson. Catcher wearing number 1. Ball is thrown down, and Wyatt Johnson will come up and take his place inside the left side of the batter's box. First pitch from Mason Bullock, a bunt's laid down. It's going to go right to the edge of the grass. A throw over to first base, not in time. Beautiful bunt laid down by Wyatt Johnson. And he beats out the throw from Mason Bullock, and one man is on. The leadoff man is on for Lebanon. No outs, bottom of the first. Up comes number 99, William Hunter. Extra hitter in the lineup today. Batting second. Pitch goes in low. Ball 1. 1-0 pitch from Bullock in the same spot. Now 2-0 count. Pitch from Bullock bounces past the catcher, and there goes a runner to second. Wyatt Johnson safe at second base. The runner is in scoring position for Lebanon with no outs here in the bottom of the first. Inside pitch. And ball four, 2 men now on for Lebanon with no outs. Up now, the center fielder, Wilson Landers, wearing number 6. Pitch from Bullock is up high for ball 1. Pitch from Bullock, put into play, shooting out into left field, and it's going to advance everybody up one base. The bases are now loaded for Lebanon with no outs. Goes down as a single for Wilson Landers, the center fielder. And up comes Malachi Hancock. Hancock to left fielder, wearing number 4. And time going to be taken by Johnson City to have a conversation with Mason Bullock. Bullock stays up on the mound. Bases loaded, bottom of the first, no outs. First pitch to Malachi Hancock is inside for ball 1. Right down the middle that time from Bullock for strike 1. Now 1-1 count to Hancock. This one is popped up straight in the air and back out of play. Count now 1-2 to Malachi Hancock. Pitch from Bullock. It's inside. Count now 2-2. Throw from Bullock, put into play, going towards short. No, it gets under his legs and goes out into left center field. 1 run scores. Another comes in and scores. Malachi Hancock with a 2 RBI single. The game is tied up at 2. Runners on the corners for Lebanon, still with no outs. And a 2-2 tie ball game. High and inside pitch. Trying to go over and check Landers at third. He got back in time. Pitch from Bullock is down low for another ball as Hancock advances up to second base. Bunt fouled away for Nolan Kemp. Wind and delivery from Bullock, and it's fouled away by Kemp once again. Another foul ball by Kemp, trying to stay alive with 2 strikes. This one finally put into the field of play, going to be scooped up, and the throw over to first base is over the head of Benja Andes. Hancock moving up to third after already a run scores. Landers came in from third and took the lead for Lebanon. It's now 3-2, and once again runners on the corners for Lebanon, still with no outs. Here in the bottom of the first inning. Stutphin and Bowling switch. Bowling now at short, and Stutphin is in center. Another ball thrown by Bullock. It's Josiah Wilson, the first baseman, up to bat. As Kemp advances to second base. Pitch from Bullock is on the outside corner for a strike. Pitch from Bullock. Swung through by Wilson for strike 2. And another strike thrown by Bullock, this time his first punch out and the first out here in the bottom of the first. Now comes Holland Haskins, second baseman for Lebanon. Squares around a bunt, tries to lay one down, leaves it up and misses the ball. 0-1 count for Haskins. Does lay this one down. It's going to be scooped up. Andy scoops it up and throws it over to first. Tobiah Edwards makes the grab at first for out number 2. Tries to go back, but Hancock comes in and scores the 4th run of the night for Lebanon. They now lead it 4-2 over Johnson City. Still with a runner on third base. Pitch goes over the head of Wes Boggs, third baseman for Lebanon. 1-0 is the count. Boggs swings through to make the count now 1-1. Pitch goes outside. Count now 2-1 to Boggs. Two outs in the bottom of the first inning. It's going to be fouled away on the third base side. Two and two the count. Bullock delivers. It's in the dirt. Count runs full. This one shot down the third base line, and it's fair. Going all the way back to the fence. A run scores as Wes Boggs has an RBI double that pushes the Lebanon lead to 3 runs. It's now 5-2. Up comes the safety, the shortstop, or rather, Kenan Painter. Painter puts one into play, and it's going to drop out into left field for a hit. Wes Boggs going to round third, and he'll come in and score again for Lebanon. It's now 6-2. An RBI single for Kenan Painter. We're down to Peyton Wright, right fielder. Pitch misses, gets away. One over the count. Peyton Wright. Swing and a miss on that pitch there. Count moves to 1-1. Pitch fouled away, high and inside. Wright took a chop at it and fouled it away. It's now 1-2. And he swings through strike number 3, which retires the first inning of play. Lebanon on top 6-2 as we head to the top of the second inning. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. Top of the second inning. Lebanon on top of Johnson City 6-2 in the final game of our quadruple header here on the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. Pitch goes in and low for ball one from Nolan Kemp. Strike thrown this time by Kemp. 1-1 the count. Pitch goes down low. Now a 2-1 count. The left fielder, Harrison Ripley. Strike thrown by Kemp. Count moves back up to 2-2. Two the count. Kemp's pitch is outside for ball three, and the count runs full. That pitch called outside, ball four, and the leadoff man is on for Johnson City. Now comes Silas Gouge. Playing in right field today. Pitch comes in from Kemp, right down the middle for strike one. This one pops straight up in the air in the infield, right towards short. And the grab is made at that point. Kenan Painter, the shortstop, snatches it out of the air for out number one. Back around to the top of the lineup for Johnson City, it's Harry Sutphin. And it catches the inside corner on pitch one for strike one. That pitch caught the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 for Harry Sutphin. Swung through by Sutphin. A punch out for Nolan Kemp for out number two here in the top of the second. Still one on for Johnson City. So they trail by 4, 6-2. Back up comes Graham Hendricks. Pitch from Kemp, sent down the third base line, and it gets by the third baseman and into left field. Go down as a single and a base hit for Graham Hendricks. Now 2 on for Johnson City with 2 away in the top of the second. And up comes the third baseman, number 9, Beckham Curley. Pitch comes in low for ball one. This one popped up straight in the air. Coming up and trying to make the grab is the right fielder. It comes off his glove. A run scores for Johnson City. Cuts the lead down to 3. It's now 6-3, Lebanon on top. And runners are now on the corners for Johnson City. Now another timeout to be taken. Pitching change has been made for Lebanon. It's coming onto the mound now as Holland Haskins. Two away here in the top of the second inning. Lebanon on top 6-3 with runners on the corners for Johnson City. Now Wes Boggs comes in to play left field, excuse me. Malachi Hancock will move up to third base. Holland Haskins ready to face off against his first batter. First pitch goes inside. Ball 1. This one's going to be popped up, foul territory, and will actually drop in fair territory. Boggs will pick it up. A runner comes in and scores for Johnson City. It's now a 2-run ball game, and runners are now on first and second. Curley advances up to second. This is Benja Andes. He puts one down the third base line and rolls foul. 1-1 the count on the Johnson City first baseman. Another one put foul down the third base line. Counts now 1-2. Inside pitch makes it a 2-2 count. Swung through for strike 3. A punch out for Haskins ends the side. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Lebanon 6, Johnson City 4. We'll return in just a moment. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Network.
Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Delicious food and amazing service at an affordable price. Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Located off of Nashville Highway in Neapolis, near Spring Hill High School. 2504 Care Lane. Authentic Mexican cuisine. Full menu. Family dine-in. Takeout. Delivery. Offering the best cocktails in the area. On the rocks or frozen, pair your meal with our famous margarita. Don't forget, Mezcal Cochina Mexicana for your next meal. Check us out on Facebook. Visit Mezcal Cochina Mexicana today. Proud supporters of the Front Porch Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Mason Bullock still on the mound for Johnson City as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Brooks Trice is up for Lebanon. Trice takes away the bunt attempt. Goes down low. It's a 1-0 count. This one fouled away. Count now 1-1. Pitch from Bullock goes inside. Count now 2-1. Another ball thrown. It's now 3-1. Strike thrown this time by Bullock. Count runs full, now 3-2. Outside ball 4, and Brooks Trice will trot down to first. Up comes Levi Barrett. Pitch from Bullock. Right down the middle for strike one. This time, a low ball 1-1 count for Barrett. Over the head of Barrett this time, 2-1. Two-one pitch is right down the middle for strike two. Low ball 3 thrown by Bullock that time. Count runs full once again. Fouled away on the 3-2. Once again, the 3-2 pitch from Bullock. Driven out into left field, will be stopped by Shamar Hendricks. It's a base hit for Levi Barrett. We're back around to the top of the lineup for Lebanon. Still no outs in the top of the second inning. Pitch thrown by Bullock, swung through by Wyatt Johnson. This one popped up. Next to the second baseman, and Tobias Edwards can't get to it. And the bases are going to be loaded for Lebanon. Well, there's talk of an infield fly rule here. That ball went out into the outfield. They made Wyatt Johnson go sit down. Strike thrown by Mason Bullock. Here comes the pitch to batter, and it's going to be sent out into center field. One run's going to come in and score for Lebanon. Levi Barrett reaches over to third base. It's now 7-4. Lebanon on top of Johnson City. Big helmet switch situation going on for Lebanon right now. Runners on the corners. With one away. And time taken again. Now he steps back. Shot down the third base line, scooped up. The throw over to first base is in time. Now they'll go back home. He holds on to it. For out number 2, another run scores for Lebanon. It's now 8-4. Now just a runner on second. 2 away bottom of the second inning. Swung through by Malachi Hancock. 0-1 the count. Pitch from Bullock. Bounces off. Goes the pinch runner over to third base. It's William Hunter who's on third. Popped up in the air, and the third baseman Curley makes the grab for out number 3, retiring the inning. 8-4, Lebanon on top of Johnson City. We head to the top of the third. Right after this, this is the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. Holland Haskins on the mound for Lebanon. His first pitch is swung through for strike 1. It was Dubai Edwards. He swings through the second pitch and is down 0-2. Pitch from Haskins goes outside. It's a 1-2 count. This one fouled away down the third baseline. We'll stay at 1-2. Starting the third inning of play. Pitch goes inside, and the count now 2-2 to Dubai Edwards. Pitch from Haskins goes up and away. Count runs full now, 3-2. Pitch goes high, ball 4. And Edwards takes his base. Here's Shamar Hendricks, a strike thrown that time by Haskins. Outside corner, strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch right down the middle. Oh. Called outside. Ball 1. This one drilled down the third base line. It's stopped by the third baseman. Tobias Edwards is thrown out at second base for out number 1 here in the top of the third. Shamar Hendricks on first base. Ball outside. The Juju Bowling. Bowling swings through, pitch 2, and it's now a 1-1 count. Fouled away this time by Bowling, and the count runs to 1-2. Fouled away by Bowling. Down the first base side this time. He remains at 2 strikes. Popped up straight in the air, going towards Malachi Hancock at third base, and he makes the grab for out number 2 here in the top of the third. And now Lebanon making another pitching change. We'll take a quick timeout. Rejoin you at the top of the third. Peyton Wright on the mound for Lebanon now, as Haskins goes back to second and Nolan Kemp moves out to right field. Wright's first pitch is a strike. 0-1 count to Harrison Ripley, now on 0-2 as he swings through pitch 2. Swings through for strike 3. And Ripley is the punch out. Peyton Wright gets it done. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Lebanon on top of Johnson City, 8-4. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. Bottom of the 3rd inning from the 9 and 10-year-old Little League State Tournament. Lewis Maddox on the call for the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. Nolan Kemp is up to face off against Mason Bullock. Squares around, shows bunt, pitches off the mark, ball 1. One 0 from Bullock is fouled away. Count now 1-0. This one shot towards second. The throw over to first is in time to Andes, who makes the grab for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Good pitch that time from Bullock right down the middle for strike 1. It's Josiah Wilson, the first baseman, up for Lebanon right now. Wilson swings through. It's now 0-2. And he swings through on the 0-2. and strikes out for out number 2 here in the bottom of the third. Up comes Holland Haskins. Throw from Bullock goes in high. Counts 1-0. This time he gets it down for strike 1. It's a 1-1 count to Haskins. Pitch goes in low. It's now a 2-1 count. One and one, bottom of the third. Pitch goes low again. Counts now 3-1. And that one catches the outside corner for strike 2. Pitch from Bullock, put into play, going towards second. Edwards scoops it. The throw over to Handy's in time for out number 3, which sends us to the top of the 4th inning. Lebanon still on top, 8-4 over Johnson City. We'll be right back on the Front Porch Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Hi, I'm Matt Perales, manager of Murray County Equipment. We help you with all your agriculture and construction equipment needs. We carry a full line of New Holland tractors from compacts to high horsepower. We have a full line of Gravely mowing equipment. We also have New Holland construction equipment, attachments, and accessories for your tractors and a complete parts department. We are locally owned and operated. Come see us at 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard or learn about us on Facebook or contact us at 931-490-8183.
Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Delicious food and amazing service at an affordable price. Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Located off of Nashville Highway in Neapolis, near Spring Hill High School. 2504 Care Lane. Authentic Mexican cuisine. Full menu. Family dine-in. Takeout. Delivery. Offering the best cocktails in the area. On the rocks or frozen, pair your meal with our famous margarita. Don't forget, Mezcal Cochina Mexicana for your next meal. Check us out on Facebook. Visit Mezcal Cochina Mexicana today. Proud supporters of the Front Porch Sports Network.
Welcome back into Spring Hill. Lebanon on top of Johnson City. 8-4 as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Lewis Maddox for the Front Porch Sports Radio Network in the 4th and final game. The quadruple header. Peyton Wright on the mound for Lebanon. There's one in. Too high for ball 1. This time goes outside, ball 2. This time put into play, shooting up and into left field. By Silas Gouge. He gets on to first base. The leadoff man is on for Johnson City. Another ball thrown by Peyton Wright. Put into play towards third. Try and turn two here, and the throw is off the mark to second base, and all the runners will be safe. Now Gouge going to third. They'll throw over to third base. Hancock will put the tag onto Gouge, and he'll be tagged out at third base. Now one away in the top of the fourth inning. The runner on first. Pitch from right, goes down low, ball one. Back around to Harry Sutphin. Actually, this is Graham Hendricks. Sutphin is on first. Pitch from right is sent down the third base line, foul. This one popped up straight in the air in the infield, and it's going to drop right in front of Holland Haskins, and now a slide in by Sutphin. Both runners are safe. Still just one away in the top of the fourth. Pitch from right, put into play towards third. It's going to be bobbled once again. Hancock couldn't get the handle on it. The bases are loaded with an out. Tying run comes to the plate. It's Mason Bullock. Popped up and out of play by Bullock for strike one. Fouled away by Bullock that time. Just a foul tip. The count's 0-2. This one put into play, going to be out up into center field. Now under the legs of Landers, the center fielder. 2 runs have scored. Curley is rounding third. He'll score. It's a 3 RBI double by Mason Bullock. The lead has been cut down to 1. Eight to 7, Lebanon on top of Johnson City. And time going to be taken once again. And everybody has been called in to the center of the field for this meeting. Eight to 7, Lebanon on top of Johnson City with 1 away in the top of the fourth inning. Excuse me. Mason Bullock just hit a 3 RBI double. That cut the lead down to 1. It was 8-4 Lebanon over Johnson City. It's now 8-7. And in steps Benja Andes, the first baseman. Andes is the lead run. He steps into the box. Put into play, over towards third. It's bobbled. The throw over to first is in time for out number 2. Bullock advances up to third. Now with 2 away in the top of the 4th. Be Dubai Edwards up next for Johnson City. Benja Andes comes in to pinch run for Mason Bullock at third. This one's going to be a flyer into right field, and 1 run scores. It's now a tie ball game as Dubai Edwards hits an RBI single. Nolan Kemp is down on the turf and hurt. Two-way top of the 4th, tie ball game, 8-8. Looks like Nolan Kemp's okay. Up is Shamar Hendricks. Two-away top of the 4th. Tie game. Here's a pitch from Peyton Wright. Right down the middle for strike 1.
Ankle ball.
That one coming up high and inside. Count now 1-1. This pitch bounces. Scooped up by Johnson. Counts now 2-1. Another high pitch, 3-1 the count. Outside corner, strike 2. Full count for Shamar Hendricks. Fouled away by Hendricks. On the first baseline. Remains at 3-2. This one put into fair territory, and they cannot get it back to Wilson in time. Hendricks is safe. Devi Edwards safe at second. And we keep playing here in the top of the fourth. Now another timeout taken by Lebanon. And another pitching change. Josiah Wilson's going to come up to the mound, it looks like. So we'll take another quick timeout. Front Porch Sports Radio Network. Top of the fourth inning. 2 away. Josiah Wilson now on the mound for Lebanon. And Juju Bowling is up at the plate. 2 on, 2 away. First pitch from Wilson right down the middle for strike 1. Low ball 1 this time. High and inside. 2-1 the count. Pitch comes in high, goes off the hands of Wyatt Johnson, and Devi Edwards slides into third safe. 2 in scoring position for Johnson City. Pitch comes in low, it's a walk. The bases are loaded for Johnson City. Tie ball game, 8-8. Pitch from Wilson, Right down the middle for strike one. Pitch goes in high, 1-1 the count. Harrison Ripley, the left fielder. Pitch goes inside. Count 2-1. Outside corner, that pitch called a strike. 2-2 the count to Harrison Ripley. Swing and a miss. Harrison Ripley strikes out with the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, tied up 8-8 between Johnson City and Lebanon.
He shoots, and he scores!
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Back in Spring Hill, Tennessee, Lebanon 8, Johnson City 8, top of the fifth inning. Mason Bullock has gone the whole way on the mound for Johnson City, and he remains out there to start out here in the top of the fifth. Be Wes Boggs up, leading things off for Lebanon in a tie ball game, 8-8. The fourth and final game of our quadruple header here on the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. Pitch from Bullock is past the catcher for ball one. Swing and a miss this time from Boggs. Count now 1-1. There's 1-1 pitch from Bullock. Goes outside. Count now 2-1. Over the head of Boggs this time. The count is 3-1. Once again over the head of Boggs, and that's ball four. One on for Lebanon here in the top of the fifth inning. It's no outs. This is Cannon Painter. Swings through, pitch one for strike one. Pitch from Bullock goes inside, 1-1 the count. Bullock's pitch is skied in the air under it, and making the grab is Graham Hendricks for out number one here in the top of the fifth inning. Now a pitching change going to be made. Mason Bullock is going to be taken off the mound, and in comes Beckham Curley. Will give him time to warm up. 8-8 here at the top of the fifth inning. Top of the fifth inning in Spring Hill, one away, and Beckham Curley now on the mound for Johnson City. Mason Bullock has moved over to third base where Curley was. First pitch from Curley is on the outside corner for strike one. Pitch goes down low. 1-1's the count. Pitch from Curley, just a little bit too far outside. Now 2-1. Interference by the catcher. The runner gets to take his base, went off the glove. The catcher for Johnson City. now taking a look at his hand. Looks like Sutphin is going to come in from center field and take over catching duties. Doesn't look like the current catcher is going to be able to continue. Took a bat to his left hand. I don't know a lot of people that could. It's Juju Bowling that was behind the plate. They're grabbing him some ice. So you took a pretty nasty shot on its hand off of that bat. Now Harry Sutphin will be behind home plate. Shamar Hendricks has moved into center field. Still allowing Sutphin to get some warm-ups behind the home plate. Top of the fifth inning, one away. Tie ball game with 2 runners on for Lebanon. Strike thrown by Curley. 0-1 count. Swing through right there. Now the count 0-2. Pitch right down the middle. Watch to go by. That's out number 2, the punch out for Curley. Now 2 away in the top of the fifth. Up comes Levi Barrett. First pitch to Barrett. It's right down the middle for strike one. Good scoop by Harry Sutphin right there. Keep the ball in front of him. 1-1 the count. Right down the middle from Curley, 1-2. Pitch from Curley, right down the middle, outside corner, strike three, and that retires the top of the fifth inning. We head to the bottom of five, still tied up at 8 apiece. Josiah Wilson still on the mound for Lebanon here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And Silas Gouge at the plate for Johnson City. First pitch from Wilson goes over his head for ball one. This pitch from Wilson right down the middle. Swung through by Gouge. 1-1 count. Pitch goes well outside this time, 2-1. Pitch comes right down the middle. Count even once again, 2-2. Pitch goes outside. Count runs full, now 3-2. Pitch is popped out into right field. Gouge is going to get a single out of this one. Gets past Kemp in right field. The leadoff man is on for Johnson City. Back around to Harry Sutphin at the top of the lineup. Pitch from Wilson. It's called inside for ball one. This one going to be popped out for a base hit into center field. It's Gouge round second. And the first two are on for Johnson City here in the bottom of the fifth. That pitch to Hendricks right down the middle for strike number one. Hendricks tips one away. It's now a 2-2 count. This one popped up and sent out into right field. It's going to drop fair. There goes Gouge. He'll turn around third base. The bases are loaded with no outs here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Up comes Beckham Curley. First pitch to Curley. It's right down the middle for strike one. There's the 0-1 pitch from Wilson. Big cut from Curley that time. The count now 0-2. Drills this one out into deep right center field. 2 runs are going to score. It might be 3 runs. Curley holds up on second. Play at the plate. Now it's going to be a rundown. They're going to throw it back to third to Malachi Hancock. Now back into home, and he beat out the tag. Three-run score off of Beckham Curley's shot out into right center field. It's now 11-8. Johnson City on top 11. With no outs. Up comes Mason Bullock. Curley, the only runner who left for Johnson City. He's on third. Good pitch from Wilson that time. One and one the count to Bullock. Pitch goes outside. Pitch from Wilson called strike three. Bullock watched it go by, and that's out number one here in the bottom of the fifth. Now comes the first baseman, Benja Andes. Pitch from Wilson. Hit him off the side of the shoulder. And Andes will take first base. Now runners on the corners for Johnson City with one away. In the bottom of the fifth. Up comes Tobias Edwards.
Let's go, Dub.
First pitch to Tobias Edwards goes outside. Andes advances to second base. This one drilled out into center field. Landers is under it and makes the grab. Going to tag up and go home. Curley play at the plate. And he got him. It's going to be a three-run game. That was out number three. The Johnson City player was sent home. It's going to be a three-run. Now they're talking about it. So yes, 3 outs. That will send us to the top of the sixth inning. Johnson City on top 11-8. Lebanon down to their final 3 outs. They need 3 runs to push it into the bottom of the sixth. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. Back in Spring Hill, Tennessee for what could possibly be the final moments of this broadcast. Lebanon down by 3 runs. Needing those 3 runs here in the top of the 6th to advance into the bottom of the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. By number 1, Wyatt Johnson. 0-1 the count. As Curley is still the man on the mound for Johnson City. Puts one into play. Going to be shot over to short. It's bobbled by Hendricks. The throw over is not in time. Leadoff man is on for Lebanon. William Hunter now up for Lebanon. Pitch from Curley inside, but Hunter takes a swing at it. The count's 0-1. Pitch from Curley called low. 1-1 the count. Pitch called up high. Down 2-1 now. Pitch goes outside. Now it's 3-1.
Where did that miss?
3-1 pitch. Outside corner.
Yeah, you're not so smart.
Strike 2. Counts now full 3-2. Pitch gets by, ball 4. The first 2 runners are on for Lebanon. Here in the top of the 6th inning as the tying run comes to the plate. And it's Wilson Landers, the center fielder.
Oh!
Pitch called outside. 1-0 count. 2 on, nobody out for Lebanon. Pitch skips across the plate. Now a 2-0 count to Landers. There's a strike thrown by Curley. Now a 2-1 count. Landers swings through, strike 2. It's now a 2-2 count. Pitch goes up high, full count once again. That was ball 3 there, actually. It's now a 3-2 count. And there's ball 4. Bases are loaded with no outs. And they're coming out to talk to Curley. We're going to leave Curley up there after a long discussion on the mound. Malachi Hancock up now. Pitches in the dirt for ball one. This pitch low and outside. Counts 2-0. High and inside, 4-pitch walk, and a run walks in for Lebanon. The base is still loaded, no outs. Lead's cut down to 2. Up comes Nolan Kemp. 11-9 the new score. Lead is only 2 for Johnson City. Pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Wild pitch. Counts now 1-1. On Nolan Kemp. Pitch from Curley way up tall. 2-1 count. Outside corner, now a 2-2 count on Nolan Kemp. Low ball 3, full count. There's a payoff pitch. Up tall, another run walks in. Lee's been cut down to 1. And a change is going to be made on the mound. Harry Sutphin's going to go to the mound. Curley's going to come off the mound. We'll give Sutphin some time to warm up and rejoin you in the top of the 6th inning. Harry Sutphin now on the mound for Johnson City, 11-10 the score. Bases loaded. Swing and a miss on pitch one by Josiah Wilson. Right down the middle from Sutphin once again. 0-2 the count for Josiah Wilson. Swing and a miss, Josiah Wilson. And the punch out for the first batter faced for Harry Sutphin. Sutphin's pitch right down the middle for strike one. Talon Haskins. Showing bunt. Pitch was off the mark. Ball one, a 1-1 count for Haskins. Scoring around to show bunt. Sutphin throws in a strike. It's a 1-2 count. Called strike three, out number two. The second straight punch out by Harry Sutphin. Comes against Holland Haskins, and up come Wes Boggs with two away in the top of the sixth. Bases loaded, a one-run game. Lebanon down to their final three strikes. Pitch called outside. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss by Boggs. 1-1 count. One pitch from Sutphin. Goes behind the head of Boggs. It's now a 2-1 count. Foul ball by Wes Boggs. Up and out of play on the first base side. 2-2 count. Lebanon down to their final strike. Sutphin steps on the rubber. His wind and his fire. Swing and a miss. Wes Boggs strikes out. And that's the ball game. Harry Sutphin comes in the top of the sixth, three straight punch-outs, and retires Lebanon's All-Star season. 11-10 the final score. Johnson City over Lebanon. The fourth and final game of our quadruple header here on the Front Porch Sports Radio Network. Today from Spring Hill, Tennessee. Once again, the final score, Johnson City 11, Lebanon 10. I want to thank all the businesses that make this broadcast possible, and thanks most of all to you, the listener, for tuning in to the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. I'm Lewis Maddox saying so long from Spring Hill, Tennessee.